Mesdames, Messieurs les ministres, membres du corps diplomatique, Mesdames, Messieurs les gouverneurs, Mesdames, Messieurs les administrateurs, Mesdames et Messieurs, bon après-midi. Au moment où nos assemblées annuelles arrivent à terme, je voudrais, une fois de plus, vous remercier d'être venus à Abidjan et à ces importantes assises pour célébrer notre 50e anniversaire et mettre en place une nouvelle administration. La Banque africaine a atteint la maturité au cours de ces 50 dernières années. Elle a acquis la stature d'une institution de classe mondiale qu'elle est aujourd'hui. Les modalités d'élection du président de la BAD constituent un exemple en matière d'élection des dirigeants des grandes organisations internationales. Une élection ouverte à tous, transparente, concurrentielle et méritoire. Je voudrais donc exprimer mes félicitations aux candidats et à la candidate à la présidence. Et à vous, mesdames et messieurs les gouverneurs, pour avoir mené une élection qui s'est déroulée si harmonieusement, dans un esprit d'ouverture et dans la bonne humeur, un esprit qui doit toujours caractériser la Banque africaine. Je félicite chaleureusement mon jeune frère, M. Adesina, pour sa brillante victoire bien méritée et me réjouis à la perspective de la passation de pouvoir le 1er septembre de cette année. J'ai pleinement confiance que sous son leadership, la Banque passera à l'étape supérieure et je suis certain que vous accorderez au nouveau président et à son équipe le même soutien dont j'avais bénéficié. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said at the beginning of this assembly, the work for a seamless transition began some months back. And we have every intention to ensure that the new president's assumption of duty in September is as smooth as possible, especially because of the very busy agenda for the bank in the months to follow. I'm referring in particular to the ADF midterm review later this year and the post-2015 related activities, which will be an intensive period for the bank. I want to thank you again, governors, for the support you extended to me during my tenure. Our achievements are very much due to your support. In a decade-long tenure, there have been many shortcomings. There are things we might not even have done as well. I may even most probably have made a few mistakes. All I can assure you is that any such shortcomings were not for lack of will, and any mistake were not what was intended. There remains much unfinished business, some of which the board and I will try to resolve in the remaining 3 months of my administration. One such matter, I would say the most important, is to consolidate the return of the bank to its headquarters. We have succeeded wonderfully in the physical sense of the return. However, we must now consolidate that process by implementing the complementary measures necessary. The African Development Bank we want, which Africans want and deserve, is a world-class, first-class, international financial institution. It must, at all times, be able to attract and to retain the very best skills in the world. The African Development Bank is an institution which is very much prized by Africa. And it has been an enormous privilege and the honor to serve the African Development Bank and fellow Africans. I've often been described as an optimist for Africa. It is an optimism tempered with realism as to the obstacles we must overcome, the uncertain global environment, the new threats Africa must deal with. During my tenure, I visited almost every African country. As I retire from the bank, I consider every African country in my land their problem mine, their destiny the one I share. I want again to express my deep appreciation to my own country, Rwanda, for sponsoring me, for putting my humble person at African service. I thank all member countries of the bank for their support. I thank you, governors, for your friendship. Whatever it be, the African Development Bank will always be part of me. Finally, let me express my appreciation to the government and people of Côte d'Ivoire, through you, Prime Minister, for your wonderful hospitality. I thank everyone who has, in one way or another, contributed in one way or another to make this assembly a success. Until your next assembly in Lusaka, Zambia, safe return to your country and God bless you all.